74, the Hoop Threads podcast, here with another prospect spotlight with one of my favorite players in the area, and even more favorite now that he's out of my league in the WCAC, Daquan Davis. Daquan, how's it going, man?
How's it going? I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Appreciate you coming on. So let's get right into it. Tell me about your first dunk.
Uh, my first dunk was at St. Francis. I thought you played Glenelg Country. That was my first in-game dunk.
Were you kind of surprised you got to it, or that was you were going out for that first dunk? What was the situation?
Uh, I was dunking in 1 month, but then like I didn't think I would ever get a chance. So when I got the fast break, it was just like I'm gonna try it, and then I made it.
Got you. Okay. So talk about that first year at St. Francis. It was a successful year for you guys. Played a ton of games. You guys played in like 40 games that year. Talk about what you were looking for in this new fit with St. John's and also with Takeover.
What I'm looking for with St. John's is just to be a part of a great league. WCAC. I heard it's like one of the best leagues in the country. You compete there, you compete anywhere. And with Takeover, I just want to repeat win EYBL back to back.
Mm, got you. Okay. Yeah, first a championship in your first season with Peach Jam was great. You fit in great over there. So really loved the tweet that you had before the season. Can't find it at the moment, but it was basically just like, man, once the ball goes up, once the season starts, I'm not your friend. You used to play football, and you can definitely tell when you watch you on the basketball court. Talk about that competitive fire that you play with and kind of where it comes from.
Uh, since I was younger, I always been like competitive. Like I was always like the underdog. That's how I looked at it. And ever since then, I just been playing with like I got a chip on my shoulder. Like I just need to improve on everything I do. I just keep progressing. I feel like I just need to become like the energy guy on the team. Like the guy to make all the hustle plays, the dirty plays that nobody else will make.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Talk about, that hustle obviously and that energy is a part of it, but what's one thing that you do that makes you, separates you from other guys that play your position?
Like back relating to the energy, I go outside, I run bleachers, I jump fences, I do workouts that normally nobody else would do. And I feel like that been helping me, as you can see, my game I'm just less tired. I'm more energized than anybody else out there for four quarters.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Yeah, 100%. What's it like, at St. John's? Often they play you, they play Devin, they play Malik. What's it like playing in a 2-point guard lineup sometimes with you and Malik, and then also a 3-point guard lineup? I'm sure that was an adjustment at first. Kind of talk about what you've learned, in that.
Uh at first, yeah, it was an adjustment. It was me and Malik trying to see who run a point guard, but then I realized if we needed to win, somebody need to run it too. And I just like it's a senior year, and I know I got a whole nother year next year. So I was just like Malik can run the one, be a point guard, and I'll find a way to score the ball for the team.
Mm-hmm. What are you working on the most? What have you added to your game this year that wasn't really at the same level last year?
Uh, I would say my finishing. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I finished. I'm more crafty around the rim. I finished more better than this year than last year.
Okay. What individual accomplishments and then team accomplishments are you guys going to this year?
Team accomplishments. We want to win WCC. Also, would like to win states. And if we get a chance to win Alhambra, but individual, I would go. I'm going for first team, if not player of the year.
Okay. When have let's talk about a time that you faced adversity. How did you deal with it? What are some tools that you use to navigate it?
I know my freshman year in St. Francis playing behind Kyrie, Elijah, Byron, all the guards, all them guys. That was the time I faced adversity. I played like 6 minutes a game, and that wasn't normal. I would always get frustrated. But then I realized I just need to get better and progress, and that would put me on the floor. So after that, I just started getting up 5 a.m., working out before school, after practice, and that helped progress.
Okay. What's your gym schedule? Talk me through, a typical day in the life of Daquan Davis.
I get up at 4:45. Got to drive an hour to school. get some shots up before the school day starts. Go through the whole school day, practice, lift, and then after that, I make my way back home.
Okay. What are some interests and hobbies that you have off the court? What do you do on weekends when you're not playing basketball?
Uh, I don't really do that. I just be with my girl. I don't really be going out.
I got you staying out of trouble. That's always a good thing. How do you
Yeah.
contribute to winning at the college level, at the next level?
Uh, I would say I contribute because I'm a spark. I feel like I'm a spark of the team. That play that we need, I feel like I would make that play.
Okay. What do you see your game being like at the college level, and what are you looking for in a university? How do you kind of see yourself progressing as a point guard?
What I'm looking for in the university is a coach that trusts me, a coach that will play me, uh, a coach that a team that just trusts me. But running that point guard, putting their confidence in me. Even as being a freshman, they got confidence in me. The confidence I can win a basketball game for them. And yeah, that's what I'm really looking for.
What type of system, as far as offense and defense, do you think you thrive in the most, at that next
I
level?
feel like I would thrive in a open space pick and roll type offense
Okay.
and a man to man defense full court.
Okay. Got you. As far as the college environment, would you rather be a big fish in a smaller pond, or would you rather be, playing a good role on a really high level team?
I want to play a good role in a high level team.
Hmm. Got you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're doing that now. So, what are your grades like? What are you interested in studying, and kind of what are some of your plans outside of basketball?
Uh, my grades, I have a 3.7, and I really had thoughts of becoming, if basketball don't work out, becoming a lawyer. So I feel like I'm good with debating.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, no, it's really good. What are some things that you really value? Is trust really important to you? Is honesty really important to you? Is hard work important to you? Kind of talk about some of the things that you really value and are important to you.
What I value is, I value loyalty. I value, always being around good people. I value the work that people do for me. I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful for everything. Everybody look out for me. Knowing from where I'm from, it's just like an opportunity to help like others. Like I feel like I can give it back when it comes to that. So it's just like I want to be like I don't know how to explain it, but like I just want to be like a neighborhood hero type.
Oh, no, that's definitely important. You're from Baltimore too, as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Got you. Got you. What has the recruiting activity been like? As far as has anyone been getting involved that's newer to the scene with you? Any visits, anything like that? Let's talk about recruiting.
Uh, no one new has been getting involved, but the schools that have offered me are still constantly reaching out, day by day, checking in on me, asking how I'm doing, making sure I'm good.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, as a high school coach, what are some of the conversations that you have with college coaches? Kind of what are they talking to you about? Are they talking about your game? Are they talking about the NBA? Are they talking about kind of outside interests? What are some of the best conversations that you are having with college coaches?
I feel like the best conversations I've ever had is being able to talk to a coach like is my friend. To try to build a relationship. To talk to him about anything. I feel like that's the biggest thing that's for me in a recruiting. Being able to trust you, being able to know that you have my back through anything.
Mm, 100%. All right, so we got three more questions, then we'll get to some film. What are some of your strengths and what are some of your weaknesses?
I would say my strengths. Uh, I would say definitely defense. Guarding the best player, and I would say what I need to work on. I could say I need to work on still scoring up, find different ways to score the ball
Mhm.
more.
Okay. What's your favorite spot on the floor, and what's kind of a spot on the floor that you work on? You need to work on being more comfortable, kind of from that angle or from that, side.
I would say my favorite spot on the floor is probably the right hand side.
Hmm.
And what I need to work on, I would say, is probably uh left wing threes. I feel like I can work on that more.
Okay, got you. What's your we'll do one more before this. What are some NBA players or college players that you kind of model your game after?
Uh, I'm out of my game after Davion Mitchell,
Hmm,
Colin Sexton. Guys that play defense, guys that score the ball, also help their team win.
gotcha. No, we love to hear that. And the last question is kind of what's your go-to move with the game on the line?
My go-to move with the game on the line will probably be a step back three.
We saw that most recently in the game against IMG. And then no, I lied. I have one more question for you. Jacoy Hutchinson's a local kid that I actually coached at DeMatha, now at IMG Academy. And coming back to DC was definitely emotional for him. He did get you once. He got you on the fast break with a dunk when you're hustling back. But you didn't really put your head down after that. In fact, the first play of the third quarter, you hit a three, and you were active defensively as well. Kind of talk about that moment, talk about that game.
Uh, once yeah, he like you said, he got me. That's my guy. I don't really think he had that in him. I ain't gonna lie to you, so I jumped with him. But uh, you know, basketball is like you play defense, you're gonna get dropped, you're gonna get dunked on. It's just part of the game. I'll never let that affect how I play though. I will like I said, always play hard and just move on to the next play.
100%. Okay. All right, let's get to this the film portion of it. Give me 1 second here to get this up. Go to this. You able to see this video?
Is yeah,
Started, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Johnny up top.
All right, so for the first part of it, this is your pull up. I think this has been a big part of your improvement on the offensive end of the floor. Hit it on the baseline here. Got you at the rim here. Really like this pull up here. Kind of the tempo. The defense wasn't expecting it. This has been a big area of improvement for you, just kind of hitting these threes
Yes, sir.
off the bounce. Want to also say too that I did check the stats before this. 41% on 6 attempts a game is really high level shooting, and that's been a huge area of improvement in your game this season. I love this, the off ball movement. You're trying to detonate on that one.
Yeah.
Finish that one in traffic. Really good pass here to the big. Love this read. Donnie makes it a lot easier for you too, though.
Yeah. He's
Great
always in a
pass
spot.
transition. I really want to rewind this play here because making this play off the dribble with your left hand to the cutter over Donnie is a hell of a pass to make. He got blocked here, but that's a hell of a read there. Nice pass to the wing for a three. Good decision. Looked them off. Took the defense. So this is one part of your game that I'd like you to try to keep an eye on fixing. So like the jump passing, but you're jump passing and you're passing away while you're on the run. See another one here. It works out again here. You hit him on the wing to hit a three. This is kind of what I want you to do. Malik actually did on the next possession, so it was phenomenal that it worked out like this. So they cut off baseline, and then he uses pivot to just kind of move around and find the open passing angle. So on that, when you're driving even towards the elbow, if you can kind of just jump stop, reverse pivot like that Villanova jump stop, reverse pivot, that'll make it a much easier route for you. Really good pass here. Of the dump off here. Rebound the hell out of the ball for a 6'1" guard. Let me tell you that. He doesn't make this shot, but again, a cross court pass over half court is a great read. It was a great rebound in traffic. Like college coaches need to understand that, a point guard getting a rebound in that situation, getting an and one, getting to the line is important because normally that's big man.
Yes, sir.
Getting that out of you. Right here, you take off a little bit too far. I would have liked to see you take one more dribble, but I understand why you don't because that help defender was right there. so I'm not really tripping about that. It's good passing the transition. I really love at the end of that play, that was a big play, I think, to put you guys ahead in at the end of the fourth quarter there, and you were really hyped for your teammates, and that's really important. So on this possession, you got hit by a screen, and that's why you fell, and everyone's thinking
Yeah.
crossed over. But the biggest thing is when you get up, is not to fall for that kind of hezzy. Just stay down on that. Stay disciplined. Stay down on that. Camera angle makes it hard to see. Like that one just threw it over the top. Like you were kind of explaining to Donnie, you'd rather have him come to the corner, but after a play like that, that's got to be a tap on the chest. That's got to be a you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This one here, like you got to see this as a point guard. Like even if Devin isn't like the most knockdown 3-point shooter on planet Earth, in this situation, like that's a read that you got to see. This one, I don't hate that you took it to the basket again, but just the angle that you took it. So like right here, if you kind of kept him on your hip, and then once you get to the big, if you can kind of jump and push him in midair and then kind of lay that,
Yeah.
he kind of went straight at the rim trying to float it. Just trying to draw that contact in through here. This one was kind of I didn't love this take. This was possession that you really needed a good look. We kind of forced up a shot, 3-on-1 there. This one too. This one was all right, but again, like even if he's not a knockdown shooter, Raymond Watts is right here. So in especially in late game situations, you just have to value your possessions. Again, like you got to the line, it's not a terrible read, but college coaches are going to point this out in a film session.
Yeah.
So I really love the way that like you just kind of thrive in havoc. You get this deflection a lot of times when it takes guys a second to process things, like you're already going the other way.
Yeah.
Which I love. Get this rebound again in havoc, just in kind of a crazy situation. Defensively, I expected you to give IMG a lot of problems on the perimeter as a defender, but strapping up a 6'6" guard on the low block is impressive. Again, you're just the aggressor here on the take. Take it to the basket. I'm not even mad you missed it. That's a good take. Right here, not paying attention. He leaked the other way. Devin, my guy, you got to pass on him. You got to let that one, but it's all right. Here, I thought you played great defense until about here. Like you just jumped too early. Again, it's to kind of stay solid and make them make that shot over you. Because in some situations he's gonna pump fake and then watch you go by and then lay that. If he had done that, he would have gotten you for sure. This is a really good defensive possession, just walled up, and your dad was right next to the recorder. Give me that shit. Great take. Right here, just the change of direction bothered the offensive player enough to get that, which was big time. And unfortunately, it's my guy that was at the other end of that last play, that block. But really love kind of your ability to strap defensively. And I was actually talking to the parent of one of the players in your team this year, and he was just talking about that intensity and how that leads to just such better flow of the game for his team. It kind of takes pressure off of some of the other players because you're not scared to be the aggressor, and that's really important at getting to the next level. I think just kind of bridling that sometimes and playing under control in those situations is really important because the contrast of you and Malik in your games are really, really good. And kind of some of the other stuff, like I think you've brought much more of a defender out of Donnie, because I've been watching Donnie play basketball since he was in 8th grade. And he is not blocking shots like he is this year.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that comes to, your expectations as a point guard and what you demand of the people around you. So, even if people get on you about that, that's really important to hang on to. So I really appreciate the time today. Again, 2024 St. John's guard, Daquan Davis. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right.